Hello and welcome to Sarah's video on posting to Moodle, also known as eClass if you work at the University of Alberta. We're going to break this video into three parts to go over the three different types of postings you're going to want to do. The first part we're going to talk about is posting a PowerPoint or a Word document. Then we're going to go into posting a PDF and then follow it off with posting a URL. First things first, you need to make sure that you have designer access or are an instructor in Moodle to be able to do any postings at all. Secondly, you have to make sure that you've got editing on. The button to do this is located in the top right corner of your eClass site right here. So we're just going to turn editing on, and now you can see the view changes a little bit. So first let's go into posting a PowerPoint or a Word document, and there are two different ways that you can do that. So the first is the quickest and the easiest, and that's once editing is on, to simply drag and drop your document. So I want this in week 1, so I'm just going to drop it right here. It's immediately accessible and boom, it's right in there. You can still go into edit settings. Maybe you want to change the name, because when you just drag and drop it, it will put whatever name is on the file as the name of the document. You might also want to hide it from students for a bit or restrict some access. Maybe you don't want students to have access to it until right when class starts. So we're going to go to Add Restriction and select a date. So today's the 18th. It's automatically going to pick today's date. So we don't want them to have access until tomorrow at 8 a.m. So now they can see it, but they can't access the link until it is February 19th at 8 a.m. So that's pretty easy. We're going to save and return to the course. Now I'm going to show you the second way that you can quickly add a PowerPoint or a Word document, and that's by going down here and hitting Add an Activity or Resource. Now we're going to scroll near the bottom here, and we want to pick File. You're going to pick File if it's a PDF, a Word document, an Excel file, or a PowerPoint of any sorts. So we are going to name this posting a PowerPoint. We'll do the abbreviated form if I can spell it right. Okay, and then it says you can drag and drop the file here to add them. So we're going to drag our little PowerPoint over here, and again we can add any restrictions. Maybe only your section wants to or needs to see the document, so you would select the group if that was the case. You can also have documents that are only available if they have obtained a certain grade on an assignment or an exam. But let's focus on the date again. And same thing, I don't want them to have access to this until 8 a.m. on February 19th. But this time, I'm going to click the eyeball so they can't even see the document until February 19th at 8 a.m. And we'll see what that looks like down here. Okay, so as you can see, it says hidden otherwise here. So if I were to switch into student mode and go into week 1, you can see that I can see posting documents, but I can't click on it, and I cannot see the posting a PowerPoint file. So it's pretty easy. Let's go on to posting a PDF. The PDF can be done in the same way. You can either drag and drop it in, it's automatically going to go to the bottom, or let's just remove this for now. We can do it by adding an activity or resource. We're going to scroll down again to the file, name it, and let's drag and drop the PDF in here. Now, the main difference with PDFs compared to Word documents or PowerPoints is that you want to make sure that the PDF opens in a new window. So with a PowerPoint or a Word document, when a student clicks on the link, it's automatically going to download for them, but it leaves them on their eClass page. With a PDF, when you click on it, it just goes to that PDF. So a lot of people, once they're done reading the PDF, they're going to just close the window, which would kick them out of eClass completely. So we want to go to Appearance and make sure that we're selecting New Window. So let's save. And now when I click on this Posting a PDF, you can see an entirely new tab has been brought up. So I can just click out of it once I'm done reading it and I'm back in my course site. So it's not the end of the world if you forget to put that setting on a PDF, but it definitely makes your students' lives easier, and it'll probably make your life easier when you go to click on it to make sure it looks like you want it to, and then you don't lose the eClass page that you're on. Now, we're going to go to posting a URL. Now, this one is different because you can't just drag and drop a URL into whatever week you want it to be in. So we're going to go add an activity or resource, but this time we're selecting URL at the very bottom. So you can name it whatever you want. And then grab your link, whether it be from a YouTube video or if it's to a website that's really important for your students to see. You can also put a description. And if you click Display Description on Course Page, it will show up under the link. Again, when you post a URL, you're going to want to make sure you go down to the Appearance tab and click a new window so that the URL doesn't kind of overwrite the eClass or Moodle site that you're on right now. And then, of course, if you want to do any restrictions, you can add those here too. So let's save and return to the course and see what it looks like. Perfect. So you can see it's at the bottom here. Posting URL, great video. Students can click on it. It pops up in a new window and bam, there's the YouTube video. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this. If you aren't sure if you want something visible or when you're going to want it visible, I'll show you a quick little trick. You can go edit here and just hide. Then it says hidden from students. Once you know this is the right file or when you want your students to see it, then you can just go make available, or sorry, show. There you go. Thank you so much for your time. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And thanks again for watching the video. Take care.